Now, the MGM Theater of the Air, starring Eddie Cantor in a serious, dramatic sketch, especially written for this program by Edward James. It's called First of the Month. At the southernmost part of Manhattan, its edges touching the banks of the East River, lies New York's ghetto. In battered tenements, 100 nations mixed, their voices a babble of strange tongues. Here is true democracy in its finest sense. Every race, every creed, living in meager comforts as Americans. Here is everywhere the first of the month is rent day. So now, as our story opens, we find Eddie Cantor as Mr. Nemo, owner of a shabby tenement, approaching for the not always successful purpose of collecting the rent on the first of the month.
Oh, George. George.
Yes, Mr. Nemo. Morning, sir.
Good morning, George.
A man been around here looking for you.
A man? What did he want?
I don't know what he wanted, but he had on a badge.
Must be the marshal. You see, I haven't been able to meet the installment on my taxes yet.
Oh, yeah, sir. Oh, maybe you'll collect enough rent money to meet it today, Mr. Nemo.
Maybe. What is it about me, George, that makes people not want to pay their rent? And tell me, has anybody come to see the vacant flat?
A couple people come by, Mr. Nemo, but you ain't never gonna rent that place unless you fixes up that sink.
Yeah, I know. Needs painting, too. I'll take care of it as soon as I've got the taxes out of the way.
Well, I'll see you in a few minutes, Mr. Nemo.
Where you going, George?
Oh, old Uncle Dan in number 5, he's feeling mighty low today. I was going out to get a bottle of milk for him.
Milk? It'd be better for him if he had some hot soup and maybe a piece of chicken.
Yeah, sir, but a nickel's all the money I got.
Oh, it's your money. Well, here, George, here's a $50 and get him the soup and chicken, huh?
Yeah, sir, I'll go straight over there.
Oh, wait, George, you better let me have that nickel. You know, they've canceled my charge account with the subway.
All right, Mr. Nemo. Here he is. Altogether, that makes 75 cents.
Yeah, thank you, George. I'll pay you back out of the first rent I collect.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Mr. Nemo.
Hello, Jerry. I was just in the building and I thought...
Could you come back a little later, Mr. Nemo?
Well, I figured...
Jerry, don't go away.
All right, honey. Some other time, please, Mr. Nemo. I can't think straight. Come back some other time.
Is something the matter?
No, it's all right.
Jerry, don't go away, Jerry.
Is your wife sick?
Well, she's going to have the baby any time now. See, I don't know what to do. I sent for Dr. Miller, and he should be here now.
Oh, I thought it was the doctor. Hello, Mr. Nemo.
Hello, Mrs. Lewis. Is there anything...
No, I'm afraid I'm going to die.
Oh, honey, you mustn't say things like that.
Oh, I don't want to die, but I know I will. I'm not very strong.
Well, no woman is very strong, Mrs. Lewis, until she's blessed by the pain of motherhood. And then her strength is so great that big, strong men stand by ashamed of their weakness. You see, the right to have real pain, that is reserved for mothers. It's a very special, exclusive pain. It's too good for men. Well, I've got some business to attend to.
Mr. Nemo.
Yes?
Can I have a word with you? She doesn't know, but I lost my job today. And is it okay if I don't pay you the rent until I find something?
Why, yes, Jerry. Sometimes there's an excuse for a fellow whose rent is in arrears. But don't let it happen to your courage. It's only the first of the month.
Oh, maybe that's the doctor.
Yes, I'll be going now. Goodbye and good luck. Hello, Mrs. Santani. I was just...
Oh, Mr. Landlord, I think you're coming back to some other time. He's much more better. Tony, practice your violin so I know practice your neck.
I
tell you, I gotta get out.
What's the matter, Mrs. Santani?
Oh, this boy, he's driving me crazy, I think. Every morning, every night, he's always the same thing. I got to go out. I got to go out.
Well, I got it. The gang's waiting for me.
Mrs. Santani.
That's a gang. She's so important. Scarponi, bombs. They must not wait, no. But the violin, she can wait. She don't mind. She can wait.
Tony, why don't you do what your mother tells you?
Oh, you get your 2 cents out of this, Nemo. What do I want to go scraping that old fiddle for? What's it going to get me?
Well, it might make you famous. Someday, people all over the world might come to hear you play. Isn't that worth working for?
Well, I ain't working for nothing, see? Oh, I got ideas. Yeah. And pretty soon I'm going to step right into some easy dough, see? Huh. Fiddle player.
Well, one can be worse things than a fiddle player, Tony.
No, he's a father. He used to play such a beautiful music.
Yeah. What did ever get him? Nothing. Huh. Quick dough, that's for me.
Que miseria. A gangster. You hear that, Mr. Landlord? He doesn't want to be a gangster. My little baby.
Tony, I could give you a long lecture about what happens to gangsters and why the life they lead is...
Yeah. Well, you better not.
You shut up and listen to the landlord.
Tony, come here. I want you to look at your mother's hands.
Yeah? I've seen them a million times. So what?
Look at them again, Tony. Don't hide your hands, Mrs. Santani. They're nothing to be ashamed of. Look how worn they are, Tony. Red and rough. Hard work did that, the hardest kind of work. Your mother scrubs floors so that you can eat, so that you can have a roof over your head. And look how little she asks in return.
Well, what do you think I want to go for? Don't you think I want to give her everything she wants?
Then why don't you give it to her? She wants you to practice. She wants you to be a musician like your father was before you. You've got it in you, Tony. It shouldn't be too hard. Look, Tony, let's put it this way. On one side, you've got your gang, and on the other side, you've got your mother. Forget what you owe her, your clothes, your food, even your life. And then say to yourself, which one would I miss most, the gang or my mother? Just think about it, Tony.
Gee, it's a fine thing. A guy can't even have a little fun out of life.